Time now for a look at the day ahead here at Capital OTB and on Capital OTB TV on this Wednesday, March 4th, and it is March, so we are marching towards, pun intended, springtime certainly, as the temperatures here in the upstate New York area are moderate today. It was a little rough yesterday, though, on my return to the Capital District after a great weekend down at Gulfstream. And again, thanks to the folks at Gulfstream for their hospitality. Thanks to the guys here, OTB TV down in Florida and up here in the studio for coordinating and getting us on the air live Friday and Saturday morning from the Gulfstream Park paddock, Fountain of Youth, and the card, great racing. And so hopefully we gave you some good information and entertainment over a couple of days. And then Sunday we had the taped interviews from the winner's circle throughout the day. On Saturday we put in the follow-up interviews on the Sunday morning recap show. So I hope you enjoyed our coverage of Fountain of Youth weekend at Gulfstream Park. I enjoyed it, certainly being down in the sun and the warmth, and a couple of extra days down there, went to the beach, and that was great, and then got back yesterday, hopped in the car, and came up the Northway in snow and freezing rain. So welcome home, but we're happy to be back in the studio as always. So again, coming up today here on Capital OTB, we will live vicariously looking at Florida on the West Coast. Tampa Bay will be in the mix today. Parks also on the agenda for this afternoon. Mahoning Valley, Monticello, Turfway, Northfield, Yonkers, Western Fair, and Dover among the tracks here on the network, Capital OTB TV and via Capital OTB Bet. So some nice action there. Interesting news came out the past couple of days. Naira and Woodbine have come up with a nice little cooperative event, a stakes series, the Empire Trillium, that will include stakes up at Woodbine in Canada and stakes in New York as well. For New York breds and Canadian breds, it'll be on the Tapeta, a couple of races on the turf. It'll kick off with the new Belmont Park, obviously, with synthetic racing. And I think the first race is going to come up in December, but then go into next year as well, obviously. It should be fun. Sounds like it's going to be interesting. So that was a nice note to come out within the past couple of days. Again, we were down at Gulfstream over the weekend for a great Fountain of Youth card. Over at Oaklawn, they had the Razorback and the Rebel, and buyer numbers have come out. There were some nice performances over the weekend on the 3-year-old side of things, Rebel and Fountain of Youth, and also the Honeybee and the Devona Dale on the 3-year-old filly side of things, but some other notable numbers as well. The Razorback on the weekend, Magnitude gets it done with a 102 buyer. Nice number there for Magnitude. In the Rebel at Oaklawn on the 3-year-old side of things, Class President. Nice gutsy victory. Nice 91 buyer. On the filly side of things, Explorer got it done with an 88 buyer in the Honeybee. Counting Stars, decent little rebound effort after the kind of chin scratcher last time. The two big performances in December and then clunked a little bit last time. But Counting Stars, nice little rebound to run second behind Explorer. Fountain of Youth, Commandment, nice effort there with a 101 buyer. And I will say Chief Wallaby looked pretty good for Bill Mott as well. So a nice couple of performers in the 1-2 positions. And again, 101 buyer in the Fountain of Youth. Devona Dale, She Be Smooth for Todd Pletcher. Nice 91 buyer there. And that was a good-looking performance on the 3-year-old filly side of things. To me, probably the most impressive was Knightsbridge. Got it done as was expected in the Gulfstream Park Mile. And again, a monster number of a 112 buyer for Knightsbridge. Tis Dashing for our friends at Sackatoga. And again, if you were watching over the weekend, we interviewed Jack Knowlton. We interviewed one of the partners, too, the Sackatoga partners, a longtime NFL veteran who now is part of the Sackatoga team. But they had a gathering down there on Friday. And then on Saturday, they watched Tis Dashing win the Canadian Turf with a 96 buyer. Nice performance in the 4-year-old debut for Sackatoga's Tis Dashing. And over in New York, it was the Gotham Iron Honor getting it done with a 90 buyer. So again, some nice performances over the weekend that will play into those various divisions going forward, obviously, as well. All right, coming up here at Capital OTB over the next few days on Friday, the Bounty Bet returns. It'll be the late pick 5 at Aqueduct. All you have to do, as usual, play the late pick 5 at Aqueduct with your Capital OTB Bet account. you're in for potentially a little extra dough with the bounty bet on Friday. Saturday, Fan Appreciation Day at the Delmar branch. We'd love to have you stop by and say hello so we can say thank you to you for your patronage. And Fan Appreciation Day is always a lot of fun. Food, vouchers, past performances, and a contest. That's Saturday, the Delmar branch, Fan Appreciation Day. And on Sunday, right here at the Clubhouse Race Book, little Exacta board promotion. So again, extra fun on Sunday. Clubhouse Race Book, 711 Central Avenue in Albany. That's the day ahead and more here at Capital OTB.